and welcome to Making a Difference with Debi Jacobson. You know that I love people. My favorite people are unsung heroes, the people that make a difference in our lives, in our community, every day. These people work tirelessly in the background, behind the scenes, and are rarely recognized for their contribution. They're the ones that make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. They're not working for recognition. They're not working for a reward. They're just quietly making a difference. If you know someone like this, give me a call. My number is 256-245-8585. Also, I need sponsors for my show. My sponsors get great advertising rates here at the station, very affordable. If you're interested in being one of my sponsors, give me a call. This week, I will be joined by my husband, Walter Jacobson. My viewers love it when he joins me to update on what's going on and around the city of Sylacauga. Walter is a man of integrity and honor. He is honest and has great compassion for everyone in his life. Walter serves as a Sylacauga City Councilman for District 4. He also served his country in the Navy with 3 tours in Vietnam. He was Navy Intelligence and SOG, Special Operations Group, or Black Ops, we call it. Walter received a commendation from Governor Riley for serving as chairman of Region 5's Workforce Development for 4 years, where he's presently serving as their parliamentarian. He is my friend, companion, mentor, sounding board, and personal hero. Walter is always volunteering his time and is involved with so many different groups. He's always finding a way to help others and make a difference wherever he goes and with whatever he does. When we return from a word from my sponsors, we will be joined by Walter Jacobson. Whatever you do, don't touch that remote. We'll be right back.
Everybody rides. That's right. Everybody rides at Coosa Valley Motor Company. You need a good used car, truck, or van. How about a good used ATV? Well, come on out and see Brad Forge or Joe Richardson at Coosa Valley Motor Company. Flexible financing plans to fit your budget. Whatever your vehicle needs, Brad and Joe will have it or they can find it for you. Located between Sylacauga and Childersburg on Highway 280. We're open afternoons, evenings, and weekends for your car shopping and convenience. Call 249-3560, Coosa Valley Motor Company, where everybody rides.
You ever wonder what's in your future? Well, if you ask me, my Popeye's ripping chicken is in your future, honey. You're probably saying, what is she talking about? Well, I cut a boneless chicken breast into big strips, marinated in 4 different peppers and Louisiana seasoning, and fry it up spicy. I call it ripping chicken, because you just rip it and dip it. And right now, you can get my spicy ripping chicken, fries, a biscuit, and ranch dipping sauce for just $3.99. She sees ripping chicken in your future, honey, and the future is today. Louisiana fast.
Do you love Italian cuisine? Well, you need to visit Giovannis Italian Restaurant located at Highway 280 and Quarry Road in Sylacauga. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. They offer a daily lunch buffet. Their menu is packed with so many delicious choices: meats, vegetables, pastas, pizza, soups, salads, desserts, and much more. I love their pork and marinara sauce, their carved meats, lasagna, Alfredo, ham roll, and seafood dishes. I just can't possibly name them all. If you're in a hurry, they have a pickup window, and they cater. Hey, you even get a 10% discount if you tell them that you heard about them right here on Making a Difference with Debi Jacobson. 10%. Welcome back, everybody. Now I'd like to introduce you to my husband, Walter Jacobson. Jake, thanks for coming to the show today.
Well, thanks for bringing me out on this rainy Monday morning.
It is raining, isn't it?
It is that, but we're not complaining because we certainly need the rain.
Oh, we need the rain, that's
And,
right.
so-
Well, before we get started, I want to say a special hello to a friend of mine, Jeff Lang. Jeff, I hope you're doing okay, and thank you for watching every week. I tell you what, he never misses a show, and I
doesn't.
really appreciate that. I
Yeah.
really do. Well, tell us what's going on in Sylacauga and some of the happenings.
Well, I tell you, as everybody knows, it's been around town. It seems like the last couple of months, especially, it has just been jam-packed.
It has been jam-packed, and it's just something all the time.
Yeah,
we're
it
headed
really is.
somewhere doing something, aren't we?
It is, and like I say, there's been so much effort by so many people around the city to bring these different venues, to make different things happen, and I think sometimes, we as a community lose sight of that, just how many thousands and thousands of hours our citizens, just donate.
That's right.
And it's not only their time, they put their money and everything in it to bring these things to those citizens and just there again to make this a better place to live, work, and play. It's
I agree.
but it's really been busy. You know, like I said, and hats off to all of the people that have been involved in making these things happen. And regardless of what part you play, it takes everybody from the people helping, clean up after an event to the organizers.
That's right, and Celebration was a huge event in Silicago.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I want to talk about it later. In the
Okay.
meantime, I want to
Will
talk
do.
about a few things going on in the city. I know you and I ride around a lot, and we're always taking notes and
Yeah.
and listening to citizens. But let's talk about street paving. What's going on? Let's bring us up to date. What about the gutters and drainage, even of the street paving?
Well, I had talked to Mr. Bentley just last week, and he's working with the paving contractor to try to get them back in to get this completed. The paving per se is done.
Yeah.
But coming back and finishing up some of the transitions
Right.
at the ends of them as they butt into other streets. Some little touch-up things and sealing the edges.
Yeah, and I tell you, those
which is-
garbage trucks are tearing them up again, aren't they?
Yeah, and like I said, that's always a huge issue.
Huge trucks.
And and another thing, in some of the areas, like our mailboxes are set back off the edge of the road far enough that the mail trucks have to, put two wheels off to go to the mailboxes, and so we've got to do something around those mailboxes. And I know,
Just crumble.
yeah, and people don't really like the idea of gravel because of cutting the grass and stuff. But one of the things we may have to do is look at some of the real small pea gravel and put it down, and then once it's down, we get grass back up through
Yeah,
it.
grass comes up.
Yeah,
through
and it provides a good solid foundation, so we don't tear up our roads. But Mr. Bentley's working on that, and he's done it.
He's done a great job.
He's done a great job in staying with this, and if he can just get the contractors to cooperate with him, now we can close this one out.
That's the problem.
Well,
isn't
that's always the completion, the details.
the details.
Yeah,
It's like you always tell me I sweat the details.
Sweat the details. That's right.
Well, let's talk about rezoning. And why did they have a meeting without you?
Well,
It happens often.
well, in this particular case, I was down in Montgomery
Right.
in a seminar that we'd had scheduled for quite some time,
Right.
and it was it was not something that would be repeated. So I was committed to that, and Mr. Heigl called me and told me we needed to have a special call meeting.
Well,
and
this meeting was something that was left undone from
well,
another
it was
meeting.
just kind of a few technical points.
paperwork, more or less.
It really wasn't changing anything
Yeah.
in the district, in redistricting itself, and so Mr. Heigl went over those things with me, and they were exactly what Ms. Carden had told me, and then I called Dawn up in East Alabama.
Right.
I talked with her, and she again assured me that nothing was changing. So I told Mr. Heigl, due to the circumstance of me being in Montgomery, that I didn't have a problem with him going ahead, because to delay it otherwise
Yeah.
would have put us out of the timeline, and so like I said, I didn't have a problem with that.
Well, tell me what's going on with the 280 project. Is
Well, the 280 project per se is not dead.
Good.
The property is still there, and the plan, to try to develop some more commerce, because this is good for everybody. I mean, I'm, solidly convinced that the more traffic we can pull off of 280 and shortstop from going on into Inverness or over to Alabaster or some of the other shopping venues, the more of that we can do, the better we are for the entire city, because
Right.
municipalities thrive, they exist on taxes.
They don't want it to die.
And and it won't. I mean, what we will have to do is, we'll back up and we'll take another look at it, put a plan together on how to make it happen, and learn from our mistakes. The miscues.
There's nothing I hate worse than having to go out of town to do anything. I
Oh,
wanna do it
absolutely.
here.
Yeah, and that's
huge.
it is, and and so often, when you're talking with people and trying to encourage them to support the local merchants, and buy everything they can here.
Local, that's right. That
You know,
city's
we're-
built on tax dollars.
Well, and too often we hear people tell us, well, you know, I have to go so-and-so to buy this or to buy that. And so while I'm there, I'll just go ahead and I'll have a meal, I'll go to a movie, and things like that. And
So right, but when you do that, those tax dollars are going into that community to improve
well, it's just like,
its
yeah,
streets and its city.
well, it's just like when people purchase fuel, you know, gas. You know, part of our gasoline tax and fuel tax
That's what paves the streets.
goes into street repair fund and things like that. And so when we don't have people buying that locally, that
That's right.
you know, that causes a shortage of available
Resources.
funds. Yeah. So we've got to find a better way to market that, and as I've said so often, you know, we've got to have what the people want, when they want it, and at a competitive price.
That's right.
If we do that, we can be successful. You know, on Highway 21 and Highway 280, both of those can be, you know, great areas of commerce, and they can act as the conduits to bring people downtown, because if we can get people to stop and stay a while, as the saying goes, then we will have a chance to tell them about what we have in town.
I think we need more signage directing them downtown too.
Yeah, and
I think that would be a
that's
great
something that
idea.
we're certainly working on, is part of some of the conversations, and the local
Needs to say,
merchants.
we have a downtown, turn right here.
And we'll find a way to make that
That's
happen.
right.
Yeah.
Well, are we still using prison labor?
Yes, we are. We still.
Have they actually started?
They have. They're doing some work around town, and hopefully, you know, we'll reach a point shortly where we can have a concentration of, you know, like on a specific area, and just start, you know, kind of doing grids of the city and get it cleaned up.
That'd be wonderful.
And we've not had any formal conversation in the council. You know, hopefully we'll get a chance to talk some tonight about some of the things that were heard while we were up in Birmingham for the League of Municipalities conference, and some of the services that were offered.
Yeah, you came back with a wonderful program. Didn't
Yeah, it was just some outstanding things, but you know, I don't want to talk about that yet, because, you know, we haven't had a chance to talk, you know, with the other
That's
council
true.
members.
That's true. Well, I tell you what, why don't we take a break and go to a word from my sponsors, and when we come back, we'll talk about celebration.
Oh wow! Okay.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
that'd be
was
great.
awesome. You stick around, and we'll be right back with more Making a Difference.
Everybody rides. That's right. Everybody rides at Coosa Valley Motor Company. Do you need a good used car, truck, or van? How about a good used ATV? Well, come on out and see Brad Forge or Joe Richardson at Coosa Valley Motor Company. Flexible financing plans to fit your budget. Whatever your vehicle needs, Brad and Joe will have it, or they can find it for you. Located between Sylacauga and Childersburg on Highway 280. We're open afternoons, evenings, and weekends for your car shopping convenience. Call 249-3560, Coosa Valley Motor Company, where everybody rides.
You ever wonder what's in your future? Well, if you ask me, my Popeye's ripping chicken is in your future, honey. You're probably saying, what is she talking about? Well, I cut a boneless chicken breast into big strips, marinated in 4 different peppers and Louisiana seasoning, and fried up spicy. I call it ripping chicken, because you just rip it and dip it. And right now, you can get my spicy ripping chicken, fries, a biscuit, and ranch dipping sauce for just $3.99. She sees ripping chicken in your future, honey, and the future is today. Louisiana fast.
Do you love Italian cuisine? Well, you need to visit Giovannis Italian Restaurant, located at Highway 280 and Quarry Road in Sylacauga. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. They offer a daily lunch buffet. Their menu is packed with so many delicious choices: meats, vegetables, pastas, pizza, soups, salads, desserts, and much more. I love their pork and marinara sauce, their carved meats, lasagna, Alfredo, ham roll, and seafood dishes. I just can't possibly name them all. If you're in a hurry, they have a pickup window, and they cater. Hey, you even get a 10% discount if you tell them that you heard about them right here on Making a Difference with Debi Jacobson. 10%. Welcome back, everybody, and we're visiting with my husband, Walter Jacobson. Thank you again for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Well, I want to talk about celebration. Was that not the most fun?
I'll tell you what, for the people that missed that was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I'm telling you, you missed
to do
an
that.
Awesome,
it was
awesome
incredible.
Event.
And again, hats off to the people that put this together.
Gosh,
because
yes.
It took a year work.
Look at the work that went into
But
that.
it was so worth it for us.
Well, I'm telling you what, those people are probably still asleep.
They should
Margaret
be.
Morton and Carol Bates and Brian Taunton and
Well, like I said,
Cass Curtis.
there
I
were
mean,
just
they
so
were
many.
dropping that night.
Yeah, there were so many people, like I say,
Taylor Logan.
that just gave,
Oh.
gave just, countless hours of their
Henry
time
Looney.
to make
There
it
were,
happen.
that was a pool, I guess if you say. I mean, that was a pool of personalities and a pool of work.
Well, it was representative of the community. And that's just an example of what can happen
That's right.
when you get everybody to the table.
That's right. Well, I have a few pictures, and the crowd, there must have been 1,000 people.
Like I
maybe
say,
more.
I don't know, I didn't talk to them about the ticket sales or anything, but I don't know how many were there, but I know the people that were there had a great time. And they were really into that.
Well, Hunter, let's show some pictures. I want to start out with the crowd picture so people will get a feel. Look at that great. That is a crowd. Have
Well,
we
like
ever
I said-
seen such here?
And I'm thinking, the people that were sitting on the ground.
Look at that part. Chuck
Oh, I
Terrell
know.
is a clown. Oh,
Well,
of course,
uh-oh.
your wife is too.
Well, I was going to say it, and Chuck's not the only one.
Goodness.
But this, like I say, it just. Oh, that.
Oreos, fried Oreos.
And Miss
Oh,
Faye right
yes.
there just,
cracked
she's just
me
a
up.
bundle of energy.
She is fun.
but-
That's Diamond Rio. They were awesome.
Oh, I'm telling you, and they're,
Awesome.
and they're a faith-based group.
Oh,
Yeah,
they have a new gospel album,
They do,
too.
and I mean, when they did those
Ooh.
numbers from there, I mean, that was,
Brought the house down,
it
didn't it?
did, it certainly did. They connected with the crowd, and it was just incredible to
It
me.
was absolutely
But-
phenomenal.
and here
then
they are,
I
they're
stood in
signing-
line for
yeah.
autographs.
They're signing autographs, and
Yeah.
I mean, they just were right out there with the crowd, and seemed to be so personal.
Yeah, and you had a
and-
chance to get to talk to every one of them. Went right down the line and talked to every one of them. It was just, you could reach out and touch them literally.
Well, and I saw
that's
quite a few
huge.
people as they were coming down through the line to signing, that maybe had T-shirts and were wearing them.
They were
and,
signing them,
and they would
yeah.
turn around, had turned their back to them, and the guys were signing the
I
back
didn't
of
want
the
my
shirt.
shirt signed.
But it was like I say, it was just, and it's just so
They
good.
were
to
signing
me.
hands, and I was thinking, are you not going to take a bath?
But it's just, it's just so refreshing when you
Yeah.
see the community out like that, and people walking around
Yeah.
talking to their friends, making new friends.
Making new friends, I'm
and
telling you.
just seeing so many people out there.
Yeah, I
It's
got
just
tickled with
incredible.
Joe Richardson because, he was saying, I didn't know you like country music. Well, I like all music.
Yeah.
And he said, well, I don't know any of their songs. I said, you listen for a few minutes and
Yeah.
I promise you'll recognize some. And sure enough, he did. But, that's the thing. They're a crossover group. I mean, they're not hard rock country, I guess
Oh,
you'd
no,
say,
no.
not hard fast.
I was trying to remember what the lead singer, when he was talking about the bluegrass, the
Oh,
rock,
how did he, yeah.
and the
Bluegrass,
gospel.
rock, country, gospel.
yeah, and he was talking about kind of blending all of those.
Yeah, and they did.
And they did, and did a terrific
Did
job.
a terrific
Good
job.
job, and
Well,
like I said-
and I got so tickled because with my Baptist upbringing, I couldn't help but dance a little bit.
Yeah. Well, and like we were saying, we were talking about, the people that were involved, and how we were able, when I say we had a small part in that. This was about people that had been at it for years.
Oh, gosh.
But when there was a need popped up for some things, just like the
Oh, there
there
you
you go.
I'm trying to teach Joe how to dance. Look at him. Chris is helping.
Well, he still needs some more lessons, I can tell you.
He said, nah.
Yeah.
And you hid. You wouldn't even come out there.
Oh, well,
But
definitely.
now that Miss Faye can go, buddy. Let me tell you.
Well, I told her the only thing
The
missing
red
were those
boots.
red boots.
That's right.
If
She's
she had
got
had
red
those,
cowboy boots. Yeah,
Tom's
we're
legs
doing the
didn't
shimmy.
shake.
That's right. Now Tom's gonna move back
Well, now-
and let me
now
and
Chris-
Ho-Ho dance.
Chris stayed right
Chris
there
Kramer
with
can
you.
dance now.
He stayed right there
That's my
with you.
partner. That's my buddy. And get rid of that purse.
There you go. But like I said, just everybody having a great
And how
time.
come you are nowhere to be found when that's going on?
Well, you see what they're doing.
Uh-huh.
you're dancing.
Well,
That's kind of a clue.
You can stand there, because I know behind me you always pat on my shoulders.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, and this was another thing that I had so many people come by and tell me. They said, "Look, don't let her have anything else with sugar in it tonight."
Yeah, she's on the sugar high.
And I told them, I said, "No."
That's not
I said,
sugar.
"That's not sugar." I said, "She's there all the time."
Yeah, and when you got your hands on my shoulder, you're usually holding me down.
Well,
aren't
let's keep you grounded.
But, we got so tickled.
But it was like
that was fun.
It was so
That
much
was
fun.
Well, we even have a clip of one of their songs. I know the audio is not real good because of where we were standing,
Yeah.
but we have a snippet of the actual song that Diamond Rio was singing.
Oh, well, like I said, they were just an incredible group, and really, really made a connection with the audience. And as I said, that if you didn't get to make it, you weren't there. You missed a great opportunity, and like I say, likely one of those once in a lifetime things.
Gosh.
And I know that right now the group that put all of this together doesn't want to hear it, but I'm hoping that
We'll
next
top
year
it.
we can come back and get some more
That's
people
right.
involved in and certainly keeping the people we have.
Well, the thing is, something like this takes months and months, a year, more than a year. It takes a huge amount of time.
Well, and that's
you
true.
got a lot of steps to follow.
Well, and there again though, if the more people you can get involved, and then really put you a good plan together, then it's not so bad on anybody.
Well, you know what?
individually.
Anybody that came to this one, I think, would help making it a success next one, because that was phenomenal.
Oh,
that was
like I say,
phenomenal.
it just and you looked around and you were seeing so many familiar faces, and you're thinking, every time you need somebody, here's a Libby Wren stepping up.
Yeah.
Here's Dr. Joe
Joe Morton, running
is
around.
there.
Margaret, of
Margaret,
course, got a ponytail through the baseball hat running.
just so many
Yeah.
people that you look out at. As you always introduce your show, it's to the people that are making a difference,
Right.
and they're never looking for the limelight. They're not wanting to be on
No,
stage.
it's not about that.
They want to be in the background, but they want to help make it happen. And that's, like I said, that's just so important to me.
That's right. And, SAFE did some awards.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Well,
and,
like I say, just
and
you
the
can't.
people, the leaders, the community, it just goes to prove it takes a whole lot. What is it that you
It
all
takes
say?
a village.
Takes a village.
Yep. And
Takes a
that's
village.
kind of a cliche that went back and was attributed to comment Hillary Clinton made one time. But I'm a firm believer
It
in that.
absolutely
that,
does.
If you don't have that entire village around that child supporting them as they come up, there's too many opportunities
That's
for
right.
them to go wrong.
Well, and everything makes an impression.
Oh,
You
it
want that
does.
right
You
impression.
do.
If you do, you need to surround them with the right impressionable people.
Yeah.
The ones that can really put that impression on a child.
Well, and
or on a city.
And like I say, you can't say enough good things about SAFE and the work they do, and the area churches that are just
That's
stepping
right.
up to
Gosh,
the plate,
that's right.
that are having their feeding programs.
Chamber of
and
Commerce.
they're, it's just,
And
again.
Bill Roberts. Nobody can do anything without Bill Roberts.
Exactly. I mean,
being
he's always there. Is one of those people, like I say, when you need some help, you don't have to reach for him before you'll touch Bill. And I mean, he's right there.
I got tickled, and I think if Hunter will play us a snippet of it, we've got a little part where Sam was getting an award, and you and Doug joined him on the stage, and to me it was hilarious because Sam got so tickled.
Oh yeah, like I say, it was just.
That Chuck Terrell is.
Well,
he is hilarious.
He is, and like I say,
I was in leadership Silicaga with Chuck Terrell, and we couldn't get a lot of business done for laughing.
Yeah, and I understand. Oh, there he is. And now, what is the lady's name that's talking with Sam there?
That is Sarah Verser. She was our official MC along with Chuck Terrell, and they were together. They did the whole program, and I'll tell you what, they presented Sam with an award. I don't know if we have sound.
Sarah Verser, isn't she
But
precious?
that Chuck Terrell was hilarious.
Yeah, you have
Mr.
to be
Mayor,
on
do you
your
see the
guard.
plaque to
There
your
he
right?
is,
Do you see
Papa.
that plaque right there? Okay, that's
Caitlin's
tell
on the
Connie
top.
that's going over the wall where the head of y'all's bed is, right there on your bedroom wall.
Oh, that's when you were talking about that being on the bedroom wall, and Sam
Flag on the bedroom wall.
said,
I'm
you know,
pretty sure
it would be fine with
Hey,
him.
listen, but I'm
Miss
not telling you
Connie
what,
wouldn't
Mayor.
like it.
Since that won't fit on your bedroom
I
wall,
don't
we
know
do
if they
have
can
this
hear
for
it
you
or
right
not,
there.
but
Thank you very much. Made out of Alabama marble. That's yours. Alabama marble.
No, man, we got that from San Pedro or whatever it is, yeah. So did you guys meet all these folks? What's your name?
I'm Caitlin Vincent.
Hey, Caitlin. Precious, we gotta go. Sam is rushing us, and your name is?
Madge Ellis. Okay.
I'm sorry, I cut you off. Try again.
Let me just make it known. Chucker likes to hog the microphone. We all know that. Anyway, I'm Madge Ellis, Miss Tottiga County's outstanding team.
Yay, Madge. Thank you, and we have members of the city council here.
Doug Murphy, District 5.
Doug Murphy and
Walter Jacobson, District 4.
Walter Jacobson, District 4. These folks make this kind of stuff happen every day. Let's give them a big hand.
and I tell you what, they do.
Well,
They do.
well,
That's
like I said,
awesome.
And look, again, hats off to everybody involved there, because that's just a tremendous amount of work to put that on that stage.
I got tickled at Vincent. She had her crown on right up front, and during the thing, one of the Diamond Rio members was talking about, what are you, a king? I was thinking, she's a girl.
Yeah, she's
Quite a charming young lady. Both of those ladies are.
two beautiful young ladies, and just personalities. Just
Yes, and I
it's
love
fantastic.
showcasing them when we have
Oh,
an event.
absolutely.
They need to be
They
there.
do.
They need to be seen. We're very proud of them.
And anytime you can be on the stage with girls or young ladies that pretty,
Makes
it
you look good.
Makes you look better. Certainly, and I need all the help I can get. But they
got so
were just
tickled.
they were beautiful.
Hunter, let's show those pictures again. I tell you what, that was absolutely priceless.
Oh,
it
it
was
was.
absolutely
It just,
memorable. And that crowd, I was afraid because it was a little bit slow coming, but that crowd, it
Oh,
had
yeah.
to be 1,000 people. That
Like
was
I say,
awesome.
I don't know the
Brian
numbers.
Totten joined us on that
But
one.
like I say, I do know that regardless of how many were there,
Oh yeah.
the ones that were there had.
And this is
had
the
a ball.
award
Yeah.
ceremony, and those are the fried Oreos. Oh my
Oh.
goodness, I can just about taste them.
Ben Duke special.
Papa Ben Duke, I tell you what, he
Yeah.
went and made those special for me.
I
Nobody
know.
else got any.
I know. Because then I heard people walk around and say, "Where'd you get
Where
those?"
did you get those? I'm
But,
special.
That was great. But like I said, a super group.
Phenomenal night.
And,
Absolute phenomenal night.
And the thing was, that as soon as that was over,
Oh, yeah.
it was not any resting on your laurels.
Oh, no.
They started breaking down, packing up, and trying to get all of this
That's
away.
right.
And they
And
were
we left with an autograph.
well, and they were, the people involved were talking that they would be there till 3 or 4 o'clock over in the morning.
Breaking the
Yeah,
stage down.
yeah,
and
getting
doing-
all
It's
of
a
that
lot
ready
of
to
work. I
travel
tell
on.
you what, it's a huge undertaking.
And I know,
Huge.
and on Sunday morning, it was impressive.
Yeah, I was
how clean
teasing
it
a
was.
few of them about getting up for church, and they said, I'm going to be dragging tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they went to bed.
Oh, I'm telling you, it was just.
Well, thank you for joining me.
Well, thanks
you
for having
coming.
me.
That was
Yeah,
a ball of fun.
It was,
was a ball
and
of
like I
fun.
say, and anytime we can do anything like that where we can get the community out
Yeah.
and get them mixing and mingling, we're better off.
I agree. I agree, because that's what you want, participation.
Absolutely.
That's why you do it.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's what it's all
One
about.
big family. That's
Absolutely.
why you do it.
And, of course, we'd love to have 13,000 people
Oh,
attend
yeah.
every one.
Every
So,
one of them.
But
Well, thank you so much for coming back.
Well, thanks
I know we
again.
didn't get a lot of city stuff covered, but this
well, like I
celebration
say,
was great.
the celebration was city style,
Yeah.
and it's like I say, super big.
You come back next week for another exciting guest from our very young community. Remember, this is Making a Difference with Debi Jacobson. Until next time, bye-bye.